Sea snakes are true reptiles, but unlike most snakes, they spend nearly their whole lives in the ocean, moving through warm coastal water with a body built for swimming. Their tails are flattened like paddles, their bodies are a little compressed from side to side, and even the scales on many species help reduce drag as they move. Even though they live in salt water, they still breathe air, so every trip ends with a quick rise to the surface before the snake slips back below. Some species can stay down for a long time because their lungs are efficient and their skin can take in a small amount of oxygen while they swim. Most sea snakes stay in warm parts of the Indian and Pacific Oceans, especially around coral reefs, seagrass beds, lagoons, estuaries, and muddy coastal channels. They do not chase prey across long distances very often, and instead spend much of their time searching carefully through cracks, grass, sand, and shallow bottom cover. On coral reefs, a sea snake may weave between branching corals and rock ledges, checking holes for small fish that think they are safely hidden. In seagrass meadows, it may move slowly with its head low, following the bottom until it finds gobies, blennies, or other fish tucked near the roots. Some species hunt in soft mud or sand, pushing their snouts into burrows and flushing out small eels or fish that would be hard for many predators to reach. When prey breaks cover, the strike is fast and direct, and venom quickly helps stop the fish before it can disappear back into the reef or bottom. Sea snake venom is strong, but these animals are not built to waste energy, so they usually use it for hunting rather than for fighting. After a catch, the snake works the prey into position and swallows it head first, using the water around its body to help manage the movement. Currents do not always help, and in rougher water, a sea snake has to keep adjusting its body, using steady waves of motion to hold course. On calm days, some species cruise shallow reef flats or quiet bays, covering a surprising amount of water as they move between feeding spots. Water temperature matters because sea snakes are reptiles, and warm sunlit shallows often make them more active than cooler or heavily mixed water. Heavy rain can matter too, because some sea snakes will drink the thin layer of fresh water that forms at the ocean's surface after a storm. Their bodies also handle salt well, thanks to special glands under the tongue that help remove extra salt taken in while living in the sea. When a sea snake wants to rest, it may shelter in a coral crevice, under a ledge, beside mangrove roots, or on the bottom where its body blends in. At night, some species become more active, moving across darker reef edges and sandy channels where sleeping fish or hidden prey are easier to find. Sea snakes are usually not aggressive, and when people get too close, most would rather turn away, dive, or hide than waste energy on defense. If one is cornered, it may lift part of the body, flatten slightly, or make short warning movements, but that is still very different from chasing a person. Even so, large fish, sharks, sea eagles, and other predators can be dangerous, especially for young snakes or adults caught in open water. Breeding season brings different behavior, and males may spend long periods following females, matching their movement until courtship finally becomes successful. In most true sea snakes, the female does not come ashore to lay eggs, and instead gives birth to live young in the water. The newborns are small, fully formed, and on their own from the beginning, already able to swim, surface for air, and hunt tiny prey. Some species stay close to one home area, while others roam through reef systems, tidal channels, and sheltered coasts depending on food, season, and local conditions. Sea snakes sometimes enter river mouths or brackish mangrove water, showing how flexible some species can be as long as they can still hunt and breathe well. One of their biggest risks now is not a natural predator, but people, because fishing nets, coastal damage, pollution, and habitat loss can kill them or remove their food. They also suffer when reefs decline or seagrass beds disappear, since those places are not just scenery but the hunting grounds, shelter, and nursery space they rely on. Sea snakes may look unusual, but once you watch how they breathe, hunt, rest, and raise young, they make sense as skilled marine hunters built for a hard coastal life.